Imagine standing in front of a vast canvas where the air feels heavy with emotion and the atmosphere is charged with tension. The painting, The Two Fridas, invites you into a world where two women, identical yet profoundly different, sit side by side, as if in a mirror, yet the reflection is not quite perfect. The women are Frida herself, but split into two distinct personas. You can feel the weight of their presence, as if they are not just figures in a painting but living beings, breathing their sorrows and strength into the room. Each woman is seated in a simple wooden chair, their bodies slightly turned towards you, allowing you to sense the contrast between them. Starting with the Frida on the left, you feel a cold, almost surgical precision in her appearance. She wears a Victorian-style dress, its fabric stiff and constricting. The dress is white, but not a pure white, more like the color of old lace, tinged with the yellow of time. It covers her body fully, with tight sleeves and a high collar that seems to choke her spirit. Her face is pale, almost ghostly, her expression somber, eyes darkened with sorrow. Her hair is tightly pulled back, adding to the rigidity of her appearance. There's a sense of coldness, of something repressed, as if this Frida is locked in a cage of societal expectations and personal grief. Now, let your focus shift to the Frida on the right. There's warmth emanating from her, a stark contrast to the coldness of the other. She wears a vibrant, traditional Mexican Tehuana dress, its fabric flowing and rich with color. You can imagine the deep reds, the bright yellows, the earthy greens, and the intricate patterns that speak of her heritage and identity. Her skin, though still pale, carries a warmth, as if the blood in her veins pulses with life. Her hair is adorned with flowers, and she wears it in a loose, more natural style. Her eyes, though filled with the same depth of emotion, seem to hold a quiet resilience, a strength born from embracing her roots and her true self. Between these two Fridas, there is a connection that transcends the physical. You can almost feel a tangible thread linking them, more than just a metaphorical bond. It's a vein, an artery perhaps, that runs from the exposed heart of the Frida on the left to the heart of the Frida on the right. The heart on the left Frida is exposed, raw and bleeding. You can feel the pain, the hurt that is seeping out, staining her dress. The blood flows through the vein to the heart of the Frida on the right, which is whole, unbroken, yet still vulnerable. She holds a small portrait of a man, perhaps a symbol of love, of loss, or both. The sky behind them is turbulent, charged with storm clouds that seem to echo the emotional storm within the Fridas. There's no sun, only a muted, gray light that casts a melancholy over the scene. The ground beneath them is barren, as if they are perched on the edge of a world that offers little comfort. Yet, despite the bleakness, there is a sense of endurance, a feeling that these two Fridas, though wounded and divided, are unbreakable in their unity. As you stand before this painting, you can almost hear the faint, rhythmic beat of their hearts, like a distant drum, a reminder of their shared existence. The painting is not merely a depiction of two women, but a narrative of duality, of pain and healing, of tradition and modernity, of love and loss. It tells a story without words, a story that you can feel deep in your own heart, as if you, too, are connected by that same fragile, yet unbreakable, thread.